do this. Okay. We're back on the record in the County Court at Law Number 2, Jefferson County, Texas. Arraignment docket was set for June 8th of 2021 at 9 a.m. We're going to resume with the arraignment docket. First case we're going to call is cause number 323084. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Steve Martin Peter Jr. Mr. Martin was scheduled to be in court for the court's arraignment docket at 9 o'clock this morning. The bailiff called his name at about 9 o'clock this morning. Mr. Peter did not answer, and Mr. Peter has not been in court while the court was in session. The time now is 11:14 a.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Steve Peter? Steve Peter's name was just called by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Mr. Peter did not answer. Mr. Peter has not been in court since the court's been in session. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Peter an opportunity to appear in court. At this time, State, do you move for the forfeiture of Mr. Peter's bond and a warrant for issue for his arrest?
State so moves.
Okay, no objections. States Mr. Peter's bond will be issued. Mr. Peter's bond will be forfeited, and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest. We're on the record in cause numbers 328-742, cause number 328-744. Both cases are styled the State of Texas versus Janika Lachey Gilliam. Ms. Gilliam was scheduled to be in court for the court's arraignment docket at 9 o'clock this morning. Her name was called at about 9 o'clock by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. She did not answer, and Ms. Gilliam has not appeared in court while the court was in session. The time now is 11:16 a.m. on today's date, June 8th of 2021. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Janika Gilliam?
No response, right?
Janika Gilliam's name was just called at the courthouse door by the court's bailiff. Ms. Gilliam did not answer. Ms. Gilliam has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Gilliam an opportunity to appear in court. State, do you move for bond forfeiture?
So moves, Your Honor.
Ms. Gilliam's bond will be forfeited in cause number 328742, cause number 328744, and a warrant shall be issued for her arrest in those two cases. Is that it? We're on the record in cause number 329288. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Nancy Denman. Ms. Denman was scheduled to be in court this morning for the arraignment docket. Her name was called at about 9 a.m. That's the time that the court was scheduled, and she did not answer to the court's bailiff call at the courthouse door. She has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 11:18 a.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Nancy Denman?
No response, Your Honor.
Okay, Nancy Denman's name was just called again by the court's bailiff. Ms. Denman did not answer. Her name was called at the courthouse door. Ms. Denman did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Denman an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. Therefore, state, do you move for a bond forfeiture?
A state would ask for a bond forfeiture, however, we would like the caveat that the state be able to recall that bond should we learn that Ms. Denman would have appeared had she received notice, because it appears she did not receive notice.
Okay. Okay. Um, so at this time, the state moves for a bond forfeiture with the caveat that if Ms. Denman is, if the state is gathers information that Ms. Denman did not get notice, the state will be recalling that bond forfeiture. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And so at this time, the Ms. Denman's bond will be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for her arrest. We're on the record in cause number 329290. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Esteban Yanis Rosas. Mr. Rosas, Yanis Rosas was required to be in court this morning for the court's arraignment docket, which was scheduled at 9:00 a.m. His name was called at about 9:00 a.m. by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. He did not answer. Mr. Yanis Rosas has not did not appear in court while the court was in session. The time now is 11:20 a.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you call the name of Esteban Yanis Rosas?
No response, Your Honor.
Mr. Esteban Yanis Rosas' name was just called by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. Mr. Yanis Rosas did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Yanis Rosas an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. State, you move for bond forfeiture.
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
Mr. Esteban Yanis Rosas in clause number 329290, bond will be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for his arrest. And this will conclude the calling of the court of County Court at Law number 2, Jefferson County, Texas, arraignment docket, which was scheduled at 9 a.m. on today's date of June 8 of 2021.